Hey everyone, welcome back to the Stamp Cat Stamps Extreme Philately Turkey series, where we've been exploring the city of Istanbul one stamp at a time. So far we've seen ancient monuments, famous mosques, and cruised along the Bosphorus Strait. And our time here in Istanbul is coming to an end. I've pretty much shown you every stamp that I have that shows the city, except for a couple more. There's one final topic that I wanted to quickly cover with you guys, and that is the famous bazaars of Istanbul. Obviously, Istanbul has no shortage of shops selling things to tourists, but today we're going to look inside one of the world's most oldest covered markets, the Grand Bazaar. This market was constructed in 1455 by Sultan Mehmet the Conqueror, the one who took over Istanbul for the Ottoman Empire. It was built to raise money for the conversion of the Hagia Sofia church into a mosque. It's considered to be one of the first shopping malls in the world, and it is massive with thousands of shops inside. In the early days of the bazaar, and even still today, vendors selling the same type of goods all had to set up shop in the same area. So everyone who sold gold jewelry had to be in one section, everyone selling spices had to be in another section, everyone selling clothes had to be in one section, etc., etc. And when I first heard about this, I thought it must have been difficult for them to make a profit if they're forced to set up shop right next to all of their competitors. But it turns out that equal pricing for goods was a known and celebrated trait of the Ottoman Empire back in the Golden Age. Shopkeepers were encouraged to be indifferent to making a profit and to practice an absence of envy for other shopkeepers and traders in the area. In those days, if you wanted to buy something, it had to be the same price at every store that carried it. There was no need to check every single store looking for the best deal or haggle all day about pricing. This actually sounds like a really refreshing shopping experience. But of course, over time, with westernization and the influence of other nationalities moving to the area, the mentality has now changed to the typical merchant mentality that focuses on selling things at a profit and competitive pricing. It's so easy to get lost in the Grand Bazaar. What I was searching for was the scene on this souvenir sheet issued by Turkey in 2016. Tarihi Karselar means historical bazaars. Kapalı Karsi means Grand Bazaar. The stamp shows one of the marble drinking water fountains inside the bazaar. I think we found it here. But the painting on the wall doesn't really match the stamp. However, it did look like they were doing some repainting and restoration while we were there, so maybe that's why it looks different. Searching for the fountain in this Grand Bazaar was definitely an experience. The other market that we set out to see was the Spice Bazaar. This is Istanbul's second most famous market and was constructed in the year 1660, almost 200 years after the Grand Bazaar. There was actually a huge fire in Istanbul that year that destroyed 2/3 of the city. The Spice Market was a part of the reconstruction project after the fire, with funds from the market this time going towards the continued construction of the nearby new mosque.
We're in the area outside the Spice Market and it's super busy.
Obviously, the spice market specializes in spices. It's also sometimes called the Egyptian market because that's where most of the spice imports would come from on their way to Europe. Misr Karsisi means Egyptian bazaar. So we didn't actually go inside the Spice Bazaar. At this point, we were kind of over it and tired of all the crowds, but here's the entrance that shows the view from the stamp. It's part of the same series showing historical bazaars of Istanbul. Okay, so that actually wraps up the series in Istanbul. It was a pretty quick one today. We were certainly able to explore a lot of sites and stamps while we were here. I did want to show you one final thing. If you remember in the first episode, I'd gotten some postcards and was struggling to find a place to mail them, since when I went to the post office, there was no box outside to put my cards.
Hi guys, so I went to the post office to mail my postcards, but they're closed, and then I didn't know, it looks like they locked the box. Like I was planning to just drop it in the box, but it is not here.
There is actually a PTT office in the Istanbul airport, and I was able to mail my postcards from there. I'll show you guys where that is, just in the odd chance that anyone is traveling to Istanbul and needs to mail something last minute before you fly out of the country.
So there's supposed to be a post office here, and that letter symbol is pointing to one, but I really don't see anything besides a pharmacy and like ticket counters. Wow, my hubby found it. So it's on this side, like right by the windows here. Yay, let's see if we can mail this. Hi guys, so now we're at the airport. It's like 4 in the morning. We're going to a different city in Turkey now. And like I showed you, I couldn't find a post box to mail my postcards from in town. But there's one here at the airport I'm gonna try. So again, PTT is the name for like Turkey's post office. And I'll just show you the cards that I'm mailing. So I have a few of them here. And oops, these I got for 1 lira. It's a really good deal. In Canadian, that's like 80 cents. And this one's fun. There's so many cats here in Turkey. And then let me try to show you the stamps. Online it says it's 20 lira to mail an international postcard, which is kind of a lot, or like more than I expected. But there's some of the stamps she gave me. It adds up to more than 20, but that's what she gave me at the post office and told me to stick 4 on there. So we'll see if I can mail these. Thank you. Yay, finally. Okay, now we gotta catch our flight.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye for now.
So that concludes our extreme philately journey here in Istanbul. I hope you've enjoyed exploring the city with me. As always, stay safe and stay curious. Bye!